Hey there, YouTube family, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with DJ. And I, of course, am your host, Chef DJ. So tonight I'll be showing you a rather simple meal, but it's always the best appetizer. It could just be a meal all by itself. I'm going to show you how to make ground beef nachos. So sit back, relax, get your seasoning cabinet open as I have mine, and let's get started. All right. And so for tonight's recipe, you will need some grass-fed ground beef or regular ground beef. I just like the taste of the grass-fed because it tastes a lot fresher to me, but to each its own. I'm going to use half of this red onion. I'm not going to use the whole thing. It calls for a bad situation. To season that, I will be using complete seasoning. That is the absolute best. If you've never had this, you need this in your cabinet. As you can see, it's almost gone. This is a good seasoning. It gets you the flavor. It gets you everything nice and wonderful tasting. It's a flavor of boom. That's the flavor of what it is. And it doesn't get your food too salty. So you need complete seasoning. Using some garlic powder. Using some ground cumin. Just a little bit of that. A little bit of cayenne pepper to make it a little muy caliente, you know what I mean? And of course, you can't do nachos without the tortillas. I have the on the border tortilla rounds. You can use whatever you like to use, to each his own, tomato. Just make it work for you. Top it off with that cheese. Now this is a mixed cheese. It's a mixture of Monterey Jack, cheddar, and how do you say that? Asadero, that cheese, and a queso cheese. So you're going to do that. And hit it with a little bit of Tabasco sauce. You got to get that. Make it a little more caliente. You know what I mean? All right, so now that you know what we need, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, yeah, and I forgot. You need the sour cream. You're going to top it off with that. You need your sour cream. You're going to need some of that. I swear by Daisy's, but you can use whatever kind you like. If you like the off-brand, whatever, that's fine. You know, to each his own. But I love Daisy. First things first, let's get the prep work out of the way. If you're anything like me, I like to chop up all my veggies first. Get that out of the way because that's the time-consuming part. So we're going to chop this onion up. You can dice it up as fine or as coarse as you would like. It is totally up to you. Be careful, watch your fingers. I tend to sharpen my knife a lot because I like my knife to just go right through the veggie. Chop it right on up. Do what I gotta do. Cup the finger like I said before. Be careful. Be extra careful. This is actually a really quick meal. I've done this for lunch. It takes like roughly 10 minutes to do. It really doesn't take long to make. And it's great. It's the best, you know. My wife and I, we lived on nachos when we were dating. Oh, man. We would hit this joint up in our area called On the Border. No, not On the Border. Yeah, them too, but it was another one, Omega Diner. They had the best ultimate nachos. Oh, man, we would kill their nachos, and it was great. So as you can see, nachos are simple, relatively simple to make. It's not complicated. It's not hard. It doesn't take rocket science. All you need is some good meat. And here's the thing. A lot of people tend to over-season their meat. If you have a salted tortilla, you do not need that much salt. Minimal salt on your meat, whatever you choose to make it with. Some have done steak nachos. Some have done chicken nachos. I like it with ground beef, so I'm going to do ground beef tonight. So, yeah. That's what we're going to do. We're going to toss this inside the skillet. You know I had to hit you with a skillet, right? Skillet Chronicle. Got to do that. Throw it inside the skillet, fry these bad boys up, and show you what else we come up with. So our skillet is nice and hot. I'm going to drop a little bit of oil in it. You know what type of oil I got? Crisco. Pure vegetable oil. I'm going to drop a little bit of that inside there. Doesn't take a whole lot. That's about 2 tablespoons that I just threw in there. It's already hot. You see it starting to ripple all up on you. So you can throw your onions inside there. And when you're cooking, it's all about compensation. If you have something that's already salted, like I said before, you don't need to add much salt. You got to learn how to compensate, balance things out. That's the word I'm looking for, balance it. Make it a very balanced meal. Regarding seasoning, that is. But what I will do is sweat these out a little bit. Drop just about a quarter teaspoon of salt on them to sweat out that flavor. And from there, we will drop our ground beef in that skillet. I love to cook and saute veggies. I think it's the best thing ever. I wouldn't even put a pepper inside it, but some people like to put jalapenos in it and olives and, you know, the onion, green peppers, red peppers, the whole nine. You can put corn in. I've seen some people do that. That sounds good as well. I could do that. But not tonight. No, I'm kind of hungry, so I'm going to make it kind of short. Make it quick and simple. If you don't have all of those things, I'm showing you like simple things, or telling you simple things that you can do to add to your meal to make it just wonderful. Whatever you do, make it your own, like I said before in previous videos. If you didn't hear me say that, go on back, listen to the previous videos where I said make whatever dish that you make your own. That's what you want to do. Now, as far as that ground beef is concerned, we have 16 ounces of ground beef. I'm not going to eat all that. I'm probably going to do about half, so I'll do about 8 ounces of the ground beef. Throw that right on top of the onions and cook them all together. Once the onions are just about fully cooked, keep your skillet on a medium heat. Don't go any higher than that because you will burn your stuff up. And nothing hurts more than having burned food. You know what I mean? It's terrible. It's the most disappointing thing. It just makes you feel so bad. So they're just about done. And that's what I love about skillets. They cook the stuff fast, which is why you have to keep them at a medium-low to a low heat, depending on what you're cooking. With veggies, I put it on a medium heat. Get them done quick. Get them out the way so I can go ahead and do what I got to do and make something magical and wonderful in the kitchen. All right. Let's go ahead and drop some of that ground beef in there because those are just about done. And like I said, we're not using all of the ground beef. We're going to use half of it. I'm not feeling extra beefy tonight. Just a little bit beefy, but not too much. All right. Just half of that. Half. Look, guys, I got on my gloves. Even though it's a spur of the moment video, I got my gloves on tonight. I don't want you guys thinking I'm nasty, because I'm not. I can take the gloves off now because I've done everything that I needed to do with them. Now we are going to season that with some of that complete season. Just move this stuff around. Move the things around. If you're like me, I like to chop my ground beef up a little bit. Season it in the pan with some of that complete season. We're going to hit it with about 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of that. You don't need much. It has a salt content in it, but it's not salty. I told you it's the best thing ever. You got to get you some complete seasoning if you don't have it. Hit it with some garlic powder. Garlic makes everything better to me in my book. I just hit that with about 2 tablespoons. Put some cumin in there. Put about a teaspoon of that. Give it that authentic flavor. And then we'll hit it with a little bit of caliente, some cayenne pepper. Hit it with about a teaspoon of that. Not too much because we're going to use Tabasco sauce to top it off with. Oh yeah, smelling nice up in here. Let them all cook together. Make it magical, make it all your own. And like I said, you could add some corn to it. I got some corn, but I don't think I want to add that just yet. Well, not for this video. Maybe something else. Maybe another time. Let's see. As you can see, I am holding my skillet with an oven mitt. Do not pick that up with your bare hands. The heat conducts through that. It'll be the shock of your life, I'm telling you. So just be careful. I just think everything tastes better in a skillet, to me. And you know, some people like, you know, whatever pan you got, do that. But I cook a lot of stuff in the skillet. I bake cobblers in it. I do everything with a skillet. Skillets are good for me. Cook bacon in a skillet. Ham in a skillet. Hamburger in a skillet. Roast corn in a skillet. Sound a little bit like Bubba, right? From Forrest Gump. Skillets are wonderful. I love it. Oh, you know what else I'm going to hit this with? Give it some of that rustic flavor. Let me hit it with some paprika. I didn't mention that. Let's hit it with a little bit of paprika. Give it a little more color, too. People tend to think that paprika doesn't have a flavor. Paprika has a little bit of a heat index, and it also has that rustic flavor. So I just hit that with about 2.5 tablespoons of that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta smell it though. It smells wonderful. It's a quick meal, y'all. Like, it's something real quick. You'll love it. Man, I'm looking and I'm saying to myself, do you need to add the corn? I'm like, yeah, you need to add some corn to it. So I may do that. Let me see. See what I got. Let me see what I got. Hold up a minute. Hold up a minute. I got some corn. I got some corn. Got some corn. I got some beans. Got something in here. I know I do. I want to do that. You know what? For sake of time, I'm not going to do that. Just going to make it quick and simple, like I said. Like I said, you can throw some corn in there. You can throw some olives in there. All that stuff. You can do that. And so the meat for your nachos is officially done. Smelling good, looking good. I'm quite sure it tastes pretty good. But we're not finished. There's more. All right, so let me just throw a little bit of that Tabasco sauce in there. I told you we're gonna make it hot. Caliente. Mix that in there. Oh man, I love the smell of Tabasco sauce, man. It's great. Mix that in to get all those flavors just mixed up together. Just get that cumin and paprika and complete garlic powder. And that Tabasco sauce is sopped all up in that ground beef with that onion flavor all wrapped up in there. It's going to be wonderful. Promise you, you'll love it. I thought about the corn. I was like, nah, I think I'll wait. I'll wait. I got some frozen corn, but don't want to do that. Next time. All right, let's load these nachos up. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, ma'ams and sirs, Mr. and Mrs., our beef nachos are officially done. Man, oh man. Would you look at that? Nachos. Oh yeah, this one. All that cheese coming up from there. You see that? Jesus. Dip it in that sour cream. Let's see what we did. Okay. First bite. Okay. Get a second one. Let me try this one over here. See if this one tastes a little bit better. It's the cheese for me. You see that? That's good, but let me just make sure that it's really good. Hold up. I gotta go. All right. So our nachos are officially done. They are absolutely delicious. I promise you, you will love it. The kids will love it. Grandma will love it. Even auntie and uncle and them. Everybody will love it. Get you some nachos, relax, and enjoy them. Also, by the way, I do want to thank you so much for watching, for your likes, for your subscriptions. I am now at 288 subscriptions, and I thank you so much. Thank you so very much. If you haven't subscribed, by all means, go ahead and hit that post notification bell, bottom right, bottom left of your screen, and select all so that you'll be notified every time that Chef DJ posts another video for your tasting pleasure. With that being said, you can close your seasoning cabinet because we are officially done.